15 habits that make you smarter every day. The secret to getting smarter. What if I told you that intelligence isn't just something you're born with? It's something you can build every single day. The world's smartest people aren't just lucky. They have daily habits that sharpen their minds like a sword. Think about it. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you challenge it, the stronger it gets. The problem? Most people fill their minds with distractions, wasting hours on things that don't make them smarter. But what if you could train your brain like an athlete trains their body? What if, with just a few simple habits, you could increase your IQ, boost memory, and become a sharper thinker? From scientists and CEOs to chess grandmasters and world leaders, the smartest people on the planet follow powerful daily routines to keep their minds razor sharp. And the best part? You can do it too. The difference between staying average and becoming highly intelligent isn't just talent, it's habits. Small daily actions that compound over time and make you smarter, sharper, and more focused. So today, we're diving into 15 proven habits that will rewire your brain, increase your intelligence, and help you learn faster than ever before. If you're ready to level up your mind, let's get started. The morning brain boost. Number 1, read for 30 minutes a day. Did you know that Warren Buffett spends 80% of his day reading? Or that Bill Gates reads 50 books a year? The smartest people in the world have one thing in common. They never stop learning. Even just 30 minutes a day of reading can expand your vocabulary, improve your memory, and boost your intelligence. It's not just about reading for fun. Studies show that reading expands your vocabulary, strengthens your memory, and improves your ability to think critically. It literally makes your brain work better. And here's the best part. You don't need to read for hours to get the benefits. Even just 30 minutes a day before work, during lunch, or before bed can rewire your brain for success. But what should you read? Smart people choose books that challenge them. Biographies, science, business, philosophy, books that expand their perspective and force them to think. Even if you're busy, there's no excuse. Audiobooks and podcasts can turn your daily commute into a learning session. The secret is consistency. Just like exercise, your brain grows when you train it daily. So today, set a challenge for yourself. Pick up a book, read for just 30 minutes, and see the difference it makes in your thinking. After all, leaders are readers, and knowledge is the ultimate power. Number 2, start your day with a learning, podcast, or audiobook. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? If you're like most people, you probably grab your phone and start scrolling. But what if you replaced mindless scrolling with mindful learning? Instead of bombarding your brain with negativity, distractions, and news you'll forget by noon, start your day with something that actually makes you smarter. Listening to a podcast, TED Talk, or audiobook is like having a personal mentor whispering powerful ideas straight into your mind. Whether it's about science, business, psychology, or self-improvement, every episode exposes you to new ways of thinking. Think about it. The world's smartest minds have shared their knowledge in books, speeches, and podcasts. Why wouldn't you tap into that wisdom every single day? And the best part? You don't have to make extra time for this habit. You can listen while cooking, driving, exercising, or even brushing your teeth. Every moment can be a chance to upgrade your mind. So today, swap 5 minutes of social media for 5 minutes of powerful learning. Your future self will thank you. Because the difference between an average day and an extraordinary one, it all starts with what you feed your brain. Number 3, write down one new thing you learned. Learning something is one thing, but remembering it is another. Every day, we consume tons of information, from books, podcasts, conversations, and even random facts we pick up online. But how much of it do we actually retain? This is where writing things down becomes a game changer. When you take just 60 seconds to write down one thing you learned, your brain processes that information on a deeper level, making it stick. Think of it as mental note-taking. When you write something down, you're telling your brain, hey, this is important, don't forget it. And over time, you'll create a personal library of knowledge that you can revisit anytime. This habit is so simple, yet so powerful. You don't need a fancy journal or hours of writing. Just grab a notebook or even your phone and jot down What's one thing I learned today? It could be a new word, a business lesson, a scientific fact, or even a life insight from a conversation. The key is to make learning intentional, because what gets written gets remembered. So starting today, take just 1 minute to write down one new thing you learned. It might not seem like much now, but in a year you'll look back and realize just how much smarter you've become. The thinking upgrade. Number 4, question everything. Have you ever noticed that the smartest people in the world don't just know things, they question them? From Einstein to Elon Musk, the most brilliant minds don't just accept what they're told, they ask why, how, what if. Think about it. Every major scientific breakthrough, every revolutionary invention, and every new idea started with a question. Why does this work? How can we improve it? What happens if we do it differently? But questioning isn't just for scientists and inventors. It's a habit that can make anyone smarter. Instead of blindly accepting what you read, hear, or see, pause and ask yourself, is this true? Where's the evidence? Could there be another perspective? This doesn't mean being skeptical about everything. It means developing critical thinking. In a world full of misinformation, bias, and surface-level thinking, the ability to question and analyze is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. Want to test this out? Next time someone tells you a fact, instead of just agreeing, ask, how do we know this? What's the source? Is there another way to look at it? The more you challenge ideas, the more you train your brain to think deeply. So from today on, make it a habit to question everything, not to doubt, but to understand. Because curiosity isn't just a trait of geniuses, it's the foundation of intelligence itself. Number 5, learn one new word every day. What if I told you that your vocabulary shapes the way you think? The more words you know, the better you can express ideas, understand complex concepts, and even influence others. Words aren't just sounds, they're tools. A well-spoken person can persuade, lead, and innovate, while a limited vocabulary can trap your thoughts inside your head. That's why the smartest people make it a habit to learn one new word every day. Just one. Over time, that's 365 new ways to think, speak, and communicate with clarity and confidence. And learning new words doesn't have to be boring. Use a dictionary app, flashcards, or a word of the day email. Even better, pick up books that challenge your vocabulary and force you to learn through context. But here's the key. Don't just memorize the word, use it. Challenge yourself to drop it into a conversation, a text, or even a social media post. The more you practice, the more it becomes a part of your mental toolbox. So here's your challenge. Start today. Pick a new word, learn it, use it. Do this every day, and soon you won't just sound smarter, you'll actually think smarter. Number 6, debate and discuss ideas with smart people. Want to sharpen your mind? Then stop talking about people and start talking about ideas. The smartest individuals aren't afraid to debate, challenge, and refine their thinking through discussion. When you surround yourself with intelligent, curious minds, your brain is constantly forced to think faster, analyze better, and see new perspectives. It's like a mental workout. The more you do it, the stronger your thinking becomes. This is why the world's greatest minds, from Socrates to Steve Jobs, spent hours in discussion, debating big questions, philosophies, and innovations. Because true intelligence isn't just what you know, it's how well you can defend, refine, and evolve your ideas. But here's the secret. You don't need to be in a university lecture hall to debate ideas. You can do it anywhere. Over coffee, in a group chat, or even online, the key is to engage with people who challenge you, and don't be afraid to be wrong. Losing a debate doesn't mean you've failed. It means you've learned something new. The best thinkers aren't the ones who are always right. They're the ones willing to be proven wrong so they can grow. So from today on, seek out conversations that challenge you. Don't just agree. Ask, argue, analyze, because the fastest way to become smarter is to surround yourself with people who make you think. The productivity brain hack. Number 7, teach what you learn. Want to master a topic faster than ever? Teach it. The moment you explain something to someone else, your brain is forced to organize, simplify, and structure the information in a way that makes sense. This is called the Feynman technique, used by Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman. His secret? If you can't explain something in simple terms, then you don't truly understand it. Think about it. How many times have you read or watched something only to forget it completely the next day? That's because passive learning isn't enough. To lock information into your brain, you need to actively use it. And you don't need to be a teacher to do this. You can summarize what you learned in a journal, explain it to a friend, or even record yourself talking about it. The goal is to process the information out loud and make it your own. The best part? Teaching doesn't just help you, it helps others too. When you share knowledge, you create a chain reaction of learning, strengthening your own understanding while giving value to the people around you. So here's your challenge. The next time you learn something new, teach it. Find a friend, record a short summary, or even just write it in your own words. Because the fastest way to become an expert is to become a teacher. Number 8, take short, focused breaks. Ever feel like the harder you work, the less productive you become? That's because your brain isn't designed to focus for hours without rest. In reality, taking short, strategic breaks actually makes you sharper, faster, and more efficient. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you push it too hard without rest, it gets fatigued. But when you give it short recovery periods, it comes back stronger and more focused. This is exactly why elite athletes take breaks during training, because rest is where the real growth happens. So how do you use this to your advantage? Try the Pomodoro technique, one of the most effective productivity hacks in the world. It's simple. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, take a longer 15-minute break. Studies show that taking short, focused breaks not only reduces mental fatigue, but also improves memory, problem-solving, and creativity. It allows your brain to process information more effectively instead of burning out. But here's the key. Use your breaks wisely. Don't scroll mindlessly on your phone. Step outside, stretch, grab a drink, or take deep breaths. Your goal is to refresh your mind, not overload it with distractions. So the next time you feel your brain slowing down, don't push through. Pause. Reset and refocus. Work smarter, not harder. Because sometimes the best way to move forward is to step back. Number 9, solve puzzles and brain teasers. Want to keep your brain sharp and agile? Then give it a workout. Just like your body needs exercise, your mind needs challenges to stay strong and adaptable. And one of the best ways to do that? Puzzles and brain teasers. Whether it's chess, Sudoku, logic puzzles, or even certain video games, these activities force your brain to think critically, recognize patterns, and solve problems faster. It's like lifting weights for your mind. In fact, studies show that people who regularly engage in problem-solving games have better memory, faster decision-making skills, and a lower risk of cognitive decline as they age. It's not just fun, it's mental training for a sharper brain. And don't think of puzzles as just games. They train your mind to think outside the box, anticipate consequences, and strategize ahead. The same skills used by business leaders, scientists, and top-level strategists. But here's the best part. You don't need hours to see the benefits. Just 10-15 minutes a day of problem solving can rewire your brain for sharper thinking. Keep a puzzle book on your desk, play a quick game of chess, or challenge yourself to solve a riddle each morning. So today, pick a challenge. Whether it's a Sudoku puzzle, a logic problem, or a strategic board game, give your brain something to solve. Because the smarter you train your mind to be today, the sharper it will be for the rest of your life. The mental and physical connection. Number 10, exercise regularly. What if I told you that the key to thinking faster, remembering more, and staying focused isn't in a book, a podcast, or a study session, but in your body? Physical exercise isn't just about staying fit. It's about getting smarter. When you move your body, you're fueling your brain. Exercise increases blood flow, sending oxygen and nutrients straight to the brain, helping you think clearer, solve problems faster, and stay mentally sharp. And it's not just about short-term focus. Exercise literally grows your brain. Studies show that regular physical activity increases the size of the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory and learning. But the benefits don't stop there. Exercise is one of the most powerful stress relievers on the planet. It reduces cortisol, the stress hormone that can cloud your thinking, and releases endorphins, the brain's natural mood boosters. And here's the best part. You don't need hours at the gym to get smarter. Just 20-30 minutes of movement a day, whether it's walking, stretching, strength training, or yoga, is enough to supercharge your brain. So if you want to think faster, remember more, and reduce stress, start moving your body. Because a strong mind starts with a strong body. And the better you take care of yourself today, the sharper your brain will be for years to come. Number 11, get enough sleep. Think staying up late makes you more productive? Think again. The truth is, when you sacrifice sleep, you're not just losing rest, you're losing brain power. Your brain isn't just resting when you sleep, it's working. While you're asleep, your brain is processing and organizing information, strengthening memory, and even solving problems without you realizing it. Ever pulled an all-nighter before an exam, only to forget everything the next day? That's because deep sleep is where your brain stores information for the long term. Without it, you're just cramming and forgetting. And it's not just memory, decision-making, creativity, and problem-solving all get weaker when you don't get enough sleep. Research shows that sleep deprivation lowers IQ, slows reaction time, and increases stress levels. So how much sleep do you really need? Studies show that for optimal brain performance, you should be getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night, not just any sleep, deep, uninterrupted rest. So if you want to think clearer, remember more, and make better decisions, stop treating sleep like an optional luxury. It's not time wasted, it's time invested in a sharper, more powerful brain. The smart lifestyle. Number 12, eat brain-boosting foods. Imagine owning the most powerful supercomputer in the world, but instead of high-quality fuel, you fill it with junk and sludge. That's exactly what happens when you eat unhealthy foods. Your brain slows down, your focus weakens, and your memory suffers. The truth is, your brain is only as strong as what you feed it. The right foods don't just keep you healthy, they actually enhance cognitive function, making you think faster, remember more, and focus longer. So what should you be eating? Let's start with the top brain-boosting foods. Blueberries, rich in antioxidants that protect brain cells. Salmon, loaded with omega-3 fatty acids to improve memory and learning. Nuts and seeds, packed with vitamin E to slow cognitive decline. And let's not forget the power of dark chocolate and green tea. Dark chocolate contains flavonoids, which increase blood flow to the brain, while green tea has L-theanine, an amino acid that enhances focus and mental clarity. But here's the key. It's not about one magic food. It's about consistently choosing whole, nutrient-dense meals that fuel your brain every day. The better you eat, the sharper you think. So today, take control of your mental performance by taking control of your diet. Swap processed snacks for nuts, replace soda with green tea, and make sure your brain gets the premium fuel it deserves. Because when you eat smart, you think smart. Number 13, meditate for 5 minutes a day. What if I told you that just 5 minutes a day could make you sharper, calmer, and more focused? It sounds too simple to be true, but science has proven it. Meditation physically changes your brain. In a world full of constant distractions, your brain is always on high alert. Notifications, emails, deadlines, social media. Meditation is like hitting the reset button, giving your brain the chance to clear out the noise and function at its best. And the effects aren't just mental, they're biological. Studies show that meditation reduces cortisol, the stress hormone that clouds your thinking and strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making, focus, and problem-solving. And here's the best part. You don't need hours of meditation to see results. Just 5 minutes a day, whether it's deep breathing, guided meditation, or simple mindfulness, can boost your creativity, improve emotional intelligence, and help you stay in control of your mind. Some of the world's greatest minds, from Steve Jobs to Oprah Winfrey, have credited meditation with enhancing their focus and creativity. When you train your mind to be still, you gain the power to think deeper, react smarter, and live with more clarity. So starting today, take just 5 minutes to sit in silence, breathe deeply, and give your brain the space it needs to grow. Because when you master your mind, you master your life. Number 14, reduce social media and digital distractions. Have you ever picked up your phone to check one notification and suddenly 30 minutes have disappeared? That's not an accident. Social media is designed to steal your attention. The more time you spend reacting to content, the less time you have for creating, thinking, and learning. Social media companies make billions by keeping you hooked. But here's the truth. Your attention is priceless. Think about it. If you cut just 1 hour of scrolling every day, that's 365 hours a year. Time you could use to read, build skills, or work on something meaningful. The world's most successful people aren't spending hours scrolling. They're using that time to grow. This doesn't mean you have to quit social media completely, but be intentional. Ask yourself, is this adding value to my life? Or is it just filling time? Instead of opening an app out of habit, replace it with something that actually benefits your mind. Try this. Set limits on social media apps, 20 to 30 minutes a day max. Use your phone's screen time tracker to see where your time is really going. And most importantly, schedule screen-free hours where you can focus deeply without distractions. Because in a world designed to steal your attention, the smartest thing you can do is take it back. Control your screen time, and you'll regain focus, clarity, and the power to shape your own mind. Lastly, number 15, surround yourself with smart people. Want to know one of the biggest hacks to becoming smarter? Look at the people around you. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you want to think bigger, learn faster, and achieve more, start by surrounding yourself with smarter people. Think about it. If you hang out with people who complain, procrastinate, and make excuses, you'll start doing the same. But if you surround yourself with people who are ambitious, curious, and constantly learning, that mindset rubs off on you. Some of the world's most successful people, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, and Jeff Bezos, credit their success to being around brilliant minds. They don't just talk about people, they talk about ideas, innovation, and solutions. And here's the truth. You don't need to personally know billionaires to upgrade your circle. You can start by reading books written by great minds, joining mastermind groups, or even following thought leaders online. Surround yourself with their knowledge and absorb their mindset. It's also about finding people who challenge you. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Be around people who force you to grow, question your assumptions, and push you to think bigger. So today, take a look at your circle. Are they helping you grow or holding you back? Start building a network of thinkers, learners, and visionaries. Because when you surround yourself with smart people, you become one of them. Your brain upgraded. Becoming smarter isn't about luck or some secret gift you're born with. It's about the small choices you make every single day. The world's sharpest minds aren't just born brilliant. They build their intelligence with consistent habits. If you start just one of these habits today, whether it's reading, exercising, questioning ideas, or reducing distractions, you'll be a sharper, more intelligent version of yourself by tomorrow. And if you stick with it for a month, year, the results will change your life. The question is, are you ready to level up? Intelligence isn't about what you know, it's about how you grow. It's about challenging yourself, pushing your limits, and upgrading your mind one step at a time. So, which habit will you start with? Let us know in the comments. And if you're serious about unlocking your full potential, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because your journey to becoming smarter starts right now. Your brain is your greatest asset, and the more you train it, the sharper it gets. But learning doesn't stop here. If you're serious about upgrading your mind, there's so much more to explore. Every week, we bring you powerful insights, life-changing habits, and strategies used by the world's smartest thinkers. So, if you want to stay ahead, think faster, and grow smarter, make sure you're part of this journey.